What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams. It's Thursday. It's later than usual, and I apologize for that, but I'm still here today to give you my review of Chicken Little as we continue the 31 days of Disney here on Renegades Reviews, featuring the voice talents of Zach Braff, Joan Cusack, Steve Zahn, Gary Marshall, Amy Sedaris, Don Knotts, Fred Willard, Catherine O'Hara, Patrick Stewart, and Wallace Shawn. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. As I said in the introduction, it's still Thursday, a little bit later than normal, but priorities over passions, right? Just like Noah Foster says. Still here today to bring you my review of Chicken Little. And as our movie opens in the town of Okie Oaks, Ace Chicken Little Cluck rings the school bell and warns everyone to run for their lives. This sends the entire town into a frenzied panic. Eventually, the head of the fire department calms down enough to ask Chicken Little what is going on. Chicken Little explains that the sky is falling because a piece of sky shaped like a stop sign had fallen on his head when he was sitting under the big oak tree in the town square. However, he is unable to find the piece to prove his point. Chicken Little's father, Buck Cluck, who was once a high school baseball star, assumes that the piece of sky from the tree was just an acorn that had fallen off and hit his son in the head, making his son the laughing stock of the town. 1 year later, Chicken Little has now become infamous in the town for being prone to ruin everything accidentally. His only friends are outcasts just like himself. Abby Mallard, nicknamed the Ugly Duckling, Runt, who is a gigantic pig, and Fish Out of Water, who wears a helmet full of tap water. While trying to help, Abby encourages Chicken Little to try and talk to his father, but he only wants to make his dad proud of him. So Chicken Little joins the school baseball team in order to try and recover his reputation as well as his father's pride, but is made last until the 9th inning of the final game. Chicken Little is reluctantly called on to bat by the coach, even though the coach is certain that he will cost them the game. So he urges Chicken Little not to swing. Chicken Little ends up hitting the ball and rounds first, second, and third bases, but he is met at home plate by the outfielders. He tries to slide into home plate, but is touched by the ball. Now, while it is presumed that he cost the game, the umpire brushes away the dust to reveal that Chicken Little's foot is barely touching home plate, thus declaring Chicken Little safe and the game won. Chicken Little is now hailed as a hero for winning the pennant as a result. Later that night, back at home, Chicken Little is hit on the head yet again by the same piece of the sky, only to find out that it is not a piece of the sky, but a panel that blends into the background, which would thereby explain why Chicken Little was unable to find it the last time. Chicken Little then calls his friends over in order to help try to figure out exactly what it is. When Fish pushes a button on the back of the hexagon, it flies into the sky, taking Fish with it. It turns out to be part of the camouflage of an invisible UFO that is being piloted by 2 aliens in metallic armor. After Chicken Little, Abby, and Runt rescue Fish, they discover that the aliens are heading to Earth. The two aliens find and attack the group, chasing them through a cornfield. They rush back to the school where Chicken Little once again rings the bell in order to warn everyone. But the aliens escape, leaving behind an orange alien child. No one in the town believes the story of the alien invasion, and Chicken Little's reputation is thus ruined. The next morning, he and his friends discover the orange alien named Kirby, and a few minutes later, a whole fleet of alien ships descend on the town and start what appears to be an invasion. However, the invasion is a misunderstanding, as the two aliens are only looking for their lost child and attacked only out of concern. As the aliens rampage throughout Okie Oaks, vaporizing everything in their path, Chicken Little realizes that he must return Kirby to his parents in order to save the planet. First, though, he must confront his father and regain his trust. During the invasion, Buck, who has now regained his pride and trust in his son, defends him from the aliens until they get vaporized. It is then discovered that the aliens weren't vaporizing people, but teleporting them aboard the UFO. It turns out that the aliens are just touring Earth, and they came across the town for its acorns. It also reveals that the aliens' family ship has a broken camouflage panel that could fall and hit someone on the head. After everything has been explained, the apologetic aliens return everything to normal, and everyone is grateful for Chicken Little's efforts to save the town. 1 year later, Chicken Little, Buck, and his friends, as well as the citizens of Okie Oaks, watch an in-universe movie depicting an extremely fanciful retelling of the events that transpired, portraying Chicken Little as an action hero named Ace as our movie comes to its end. Me and my girlfriend's kids always kind of go back and forth when it comes to Disney movies. I think they're weird because they haven't seen certain movies. They think I'm weird because I haven't seen certain movies. This is one of the ones where they deemed me weird because I had never seen Chicken Little. I didn't care when it came out. Again, I've said it a few times during this early portion of the 31 Days of Disney this month. This was during an era of Disney films I just had no attachment to, no desire to see. I thought I was better than it. Chicken Little, while not as appealing to me as Lilo and Stitch or even Atlantis, is still a decent little movie. It's a movie that I will definitely go back to. It's a movie that I definitely would rewatch, revisit, potentially own. It's another one of those that I'm not 100% certain that I own it yet or not. So if I don't, and I found it for the right price at a thrift store, I'll add it to the collection. But I'm not going to rush out to buy it like I rushed out to buy Frozen, like I rushed out to buy Meet the Robinsons, like I rushed out to buy, Big Hero 6. But it's good. It's a fun little movie that takes the traditional The Sky is Falling Chicken Little story, elaborates it, brings some additional characters into it. I love how they fit the ugly duckling character into the story as well, with Abby Mallard, voiced by Joan Cusack, who's best known in Disney Pixar for being Jessie the yodeling cowgirl. But it was a fun little telling that at the end of the day, you just take this phrase that's associated with Chicken Little, the sky is falling, the sky is falling, and somehow they turned it into a 90-minute movie. And maybe that's another reason why I was kind of turned off to it in the beginning, because it's like, how do you make a 90-minute movie about this? but they did a good job. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I will definitely find a way to add it to my collection down the road, but it's not necessity. It's not something I have to run out and get. When it comes to my rating, with all that in mind, I am going to give it a fair 3 out of 5 stars. What did you guys think of Chicken Little? Let me know. If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. And let's have that conversation, that discussion, that debate, that interaction that I'm always asking you guys for down in the comments below. And make sure you tune in at the top of the hour, right here to the Casa D18 Studios channel, the Jeff Meacham Network, and across the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media, as we present the flagship show this evening, Talk Wrestling with Jeff Meacham. Yes, I realize the graphic says Tuesday. Yes, I realize it's Thursday. There was no show this week. It was postponed till today. I don't have the updated graphic for it. Sue me. However, Jeff Meacham will be on the air this evening at some point to conduct his regular Talk Wrestling shenanigans with you, the viewers. And then tomorrow, right back here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, it'll be time for another edition of Renegades Reviews as we continue our 31 days at Disney, and we'll be discussing Kronk's New Groove, featuring the voice talents of Patrick Warburton, Tracy Ullman, Eartha Kitt, David Spade, John Goodman, Wendy Malick, and John Mahoney. You don't want to miss out on any of that content right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, the Jeff Meacham Network, across the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media. So much more in store. We got Talk Wrestling coming up in a little bit, and we still got like 2 weeks almost left on our 31 days at Disney. So much more good stuff coming your way. So make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to make sure that notification bell is turned on so you don't miss out anytime a video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel or anytime we go live, as is the case with Stat Boy Sports Bar, Open Mic Night, Talk Wrestling, pay-per-view, PLE watch-along coverage, etc. Share these videos with your family, friends, loved ones, coworkers, movie fanatics, cinephiles in your life, fans of Disney animation, fans of the Chicken Little story, fans of Don Knotts or Zach Braff or Joan Cusack or Patrick Stewart or Wallace Shawn. Anybody you can think of that would enjoy this content, this video, share it with them, as it's the only way we're going to keep my visibility up in YouTube's algorithms now that we are, in fact, a monetized channel right here on the platform. Thank you once again to everybody out there who joined me and tuned in this afternoon. It means so much more to me than you guys will ever know. And I will see you guys next time.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.